Okay, hello everyone. So today we're going to look at reading for geese techniques and also exercise. Okay. So first, before we start, we're just going to look at what is reading for geese. So reading for geese is actually when you read for overall meaning. You have to just take a quick look on the written text and then you have to kind of guess or interpret what is the main message that the writer means to get across. And then another word for reading for geese is actually skimming. Okay. So how to read for geese? So there are so many techniques shared for reading for geese, but this is how we're going to go through it. So this is an exercise from your textbook. So this is one of the paragraphs that we have. So the paragraph is that long. So when you're reading for geese, you don't have to read everything. You just have to read the first few sentences. And the last few sentences, it could only be the last sentence or the last few. So for this one, we're going to read the first fews and then the last fews. So the first few is, this is very unlikely. Teachers are more than just machines that provide learners with information and correct exercise. So now we have the word machine there. Teacher and machine. Okay, that's the idea there. And then we're going to go to the last bit of the paragraph. However, it is true that as time goes by, we will see more and more, I cannot see that, taking place on computers, and teacher will work alongside I cannot see that. So the idea here is teacher and machine, and then they last working alongside side by side. So, and then we're going to look at the one that we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So one is, it is true that we use our brain. Nah, there's no brain here. I'm thinking of homeschooling. My children, no homeschooling that. I read that by the year 2100, computers will have replaced teachers. So this one got teachers and also computer, which is machine. So the answer for A is number 3. So the 3 there is A. So that's what we're going to do when reading for geese. We just take a look at the first few and the last few. Moving on, the second bit, which is the B, I also underline the first few sentences and also the last few sentences, 2 sentences from the last paragraph. No, 2 sentences from the last bit, sorry. So this is a popular belief, especially by those who are trying to prove the existence of psychic powers such as telepathy. They say that as we use only 10% of our brains, we will be capable of incredible things when we actually blah, blah, blah. So here we have telepathy, psychic power, we have brain. We still do not know what is it about. And then we're going to jump to the last few sentences. The way we use our brain is, I cannot see, we use different muscles in our body. We do not use every muscle all at once. So we are talking about brain. So we are talking about brain here, and then we got percentage there. We do not know what the percentage is for, but there's percentage there. So we got percentage and also brain. And then we jump to one there. Is it true that we use only 10% of our brain? We got percentage and brain. Ta-da! The answer is number 1. So what I did just now is I read the first few lines and the last line or the last few lines, and then I highlighted the repeated words. So sometimes the main thing that I found in the first few lines and the last line, the things that, make sense from the first few lines and the last few lines. So there are the 2 steps that we use, or that I use when we read for geese. Okay, so now this is the exercise for you. It is about the same activity with what that I had done previously. So there's this one, and then there's another one. So for today's attendance, it is very simple. For today's attendance, I want you to practice your reading for geese skills by first answering practice C, page 52, practice B, page 58, and also practice B, page 74. that is it for today's lesson. I hope you enjoy everything. Thank you.